Hey, I am here. I'm here. I know it's after 9:30, but I was working. What can I say? Got to keep the flow flowing. Plus, no one's here yet anyway. But I wanted to share my breakfast food. I am not a cereal person. I know it's fun. I know it's fun to wake up and have dessert, which is basically what it is. I'm just going to rant for a minute, okay? Hopefully you can hear me okay and it's not too loud. Let me know. But basically, like, why? Why just fill yourself up with crazy carbs, right? Okay, I'm trying to get this angle okay. Why? Why fill yourself up with crazy carbs when you can have something that's nutritious? I mean, some carbs are more nutritious than other carbs, but cereal is human kibble. That's how I see it, and kibble, it's becoming more and more known that feeding our pets kibble is feeding them dead food. It doesn't have life energy. It's like microwaving your food. It has no life energy. So how do we get the life energy inside of us? Life energy is like spirit. Ego is like dead energy, right? Ego is like a mask. And that's kind of like what cereal is. It's like fake food pretending to be food. Sprayed with like vitamins and colors and flavors. And designed by a doctor who was kind of evil, Dr. Kellogg. He would like torture people to try to heal them from different things. A tortured mind is sometimes thought of as an intelligent mind. Anyway, so a lot of people are like, well, what do you eat for breakfast if you don't eat bagels and muffins and donuts and cereal and cinnamon rolls and all these other things that basically spike our blood sugar, spike our cortisol, so we literally think we're like about to die before we start the day instead of chill and have fun? Well, one of my favorite things to eat for breakfast is soup. Like literally, I'll just make a soup, throw a bunch of greens in there, maybe throw an egg, maybe throw some sources of protein, whether it's shrimp or chicken or beef. And I put a little avocado in this one, tons of arugula. And this one, I made this crazy dish. I made purple potato quinoa with lots of hot peppers. Cayenne. But I'm all about fruit in the morning too. Like an hour ago, I had some raspberries. Now, like, I'm not like a huge fan of this brand because oftentimes there's like little pieces of mold in raspberry. It's hard to find good ones. So you have to like look at it. But these look okay. But basically, when I start my day with broth, with chicken livers, maybe, I just feel like more relaxed and like my brain works better. I'm not as like brain foggy. And then, we're inundated by all these unnatural vibrations. That's basically like two types of vibrations in this world, natural and unnatural. And so cereal is like high unnatural vibration. Bone broth with real vegetables is very high natural vibration. LED lights, doing the class with you online is very unnatural vibration. Going outside, doing Qigong with the trees is very natural vibration. But doing Qigong in general is very natural vibration. And I realized, I've explored a lot of what fascia is. And it's basically a suit around your muscles. And, I have a degree in massage therapy for anyone who doesn't know. That's how I got really passionate about how the body works, like learning all the anatomy and the muscles and the knee bone connected to the hip bone, et cetera, et cetera. And, just my experience working with people, I'm retired now, but just working with people and moving their energy through their muscles and realizing, I can press really lightly, I can press really deeply. And then I myself had a lot of experience getting body work and Rolfing and lymphatic massage, and how it's like layers of an onion, right? It's like every single technique gets to a different level, a different layer of your body. So the fascia is right on the surface. So I would always start my massages with a fascia massage, which meant like rolling the skin, and it feels like a little pinchy when you receive it. And it's like you're basically like the fascia. If you think of saran wrap drying out, it can just kind of get stuck. And that's what causes a lot of lack of flexibility and just pain, is that the fascia, it's like webbing, right? The webbing just either knots up or dries up in a certain area. So it's just not as fluid and slippery and allowing you to move freely. Like there are these blocked spots in your body. And so fascia massage has just been an incredible form of body work for so many people I know. And it's very, very laborious for the therapist. I wasn't trained in it. I did spoil myself and put those little like organic tortilla chips that you put on salads on top. So there's a little unnatural vibration in there for my inner child. But anyway, I realized I was listening to a podcast on fascia release, and he was talking about how pressure really helps it, like finding a spot and pressing and then kind of melting that area through that pressure and maybe some movements. And the way he was describing it, it reminded me of energy work that I do with people sometimes, where I hold a point and my finger just gets really hot and I can feel the energy just healing that area or just bringing relief to that area. And I realized, he was saying that stretching is bad for fascia, which I've actually never thought of stretching as bad. I mean, I've definitely enjoyed the natural vibrations of Tai Chi more than yoga classes, but I love doing yoga on my own. For some reason, I don't like the way a lot of classes are taught. They just feel kind of rigid. And I like moving with stretches. I don't like just holding stretches. Um, and that's what he was saying. Just holding a stretch is not that good for your fascia. It'd be like if you're just holding a rubber band out. Like that's not necessarily good for the integrity of something that wants to bounce back into place. So that was pretty eye-opening for me and made me realize, okay, that's another reason why I love Qigong Tai Chi so much, because it must repair the fascia on some level. It must, because the movements just feel like they're good for every part of your body. So I just want to put in a vote for Tai Chi and Qigong exercising today, that with a reason that I never expressed before, which is it probably repairs or at least prevents damage in your fascia, which is why it's the fountain of youth. I mean, think about it. Think about this. If the webbing of your body, metaphorically, is like the Ethernet, the World Wide Web, you having the energy and the chi flowing with that webbing is like a solid internet connection. And not having it flowing is like you can't connect online, things are slow. Pulling up websites, there's interruptions, there's errors. I honestly feel like our fascia is our human-wide web within each of us that not only interconnects cellularly and deeply, even though it's just under the skin, but I think it's a way that we connect with each other. Because if we're electricity and we have this fascia webbing, which is so mysterious and probably filled with light and probably brings light to the body somehow, when we feel a connection with someone and we're like, oh, I love you, I feel like there's got to be a connection between the webbing. Like when you feel that, like, oh, so much joy, the web is helping to flex those muscles and move the joy through your body. So it's fascinating. It's fascinating. And just another reason why I'm so in love with Qigong exercising, because when you feel that flow, when you feel like you're in the zone and you're flowing with this energy that's getting to every single cell of your body, how is it getting there? What is the one network that connects every single cell of the body? The fascia. And the reason why I even more so believe this is because in the podcast, and I'll link it below, remind me if I don't, because I'm doing so many different things. He said what was fascinating to him is that the fascia program, where he has these trigger points that do certain things in the body, are practically identical with the Chinese meridian system, which I've talked about in some classes, where the reason why certain exercises are good for certain organs is because the meridian flows in that certain area to that organ. And so then he was like, what's the meridian? It's the fascia. The rings of energy. The meridians, fascia, all connected. So we're going to have a fasciantic, fantastic class today. All 0 of you right now. And observe your fascia today, maybe. Who's here? Let me know your name if you want and what your goal is for class today. What you need. What you want to release. What might be in pain. And yeah, I'll give you all a couple more minutes to arrive. And I will be right back. Kitty Cat's here. Oh, are you loving the class so far? That was a very nice purr. Yeah.
Now you can get...
All right. All right. We're going to get started in just a second. Welcome. If you don't know my name, by the way, it's Aviva. And this is Tiger Lily, my sidekick over here. Yeah, let's jump into it. We're going to start by being aware of our breath and the construction that they're doing. All right. We're just going to ignore that. Notice your breath and how it feels throughout your whole body. Breathe in your goals for the moment, for the class, for the day. Release anything you don't need. Breathe in your soul. Breathe out your ego. Breathe in your soul energy. Soul also means sun in some languages. Breathe out the unnatural vibrations. Breathe in the natural vibrations. Breathe out the unnatural vibrations. All right. Check in with your body. Smile on your body. Feel your body smiling back at you. I'm going to stand up. We are going to bring our yin hand, which is right for women, left for men, under the belly button. The other one on top. Feet shoulder width apart. And you're going to press in and do a little bounce for me. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Bottom hand out, face up, top face down, and shake. Come to stillness. Drop the left shoulder down and release, and the right back and forth. Nice and gentle. And you know that feeling of feeling like things are just bouncing back naturally? That's like that rubber band fascia feeling that we're going to go for today. That's the theme of the day, is your webbing, your fascia being this magical, multicolored rubber band that is connecting every single cell of your body and hugging every single cell of your body. And bringing energy and light and nutrition to every single cell of your body. Now we're going to rotate that left shoulder back a few times. And the right. And the left. And the right. And the left. And the right. And the left. And the right. Both at the same time. You know, I feel like some spiders get on our webs. You know, some people might call them demons or whatnot. But I feel like these like octopus looking things, that's what knots feel like to me. Like just these like parasitic energies that someone else gets into our webbing. Some other entity gets into our webbing and tries to take the light that's connected to our whole body, and it creates this deficit in that area. And it's like a thorn. And I think we need to be conscious about if we feel like anywhere in our body is this like weird spider like energy that's pretending to be our energy, but it's like stiffer and harder and doesn't bounce because it's unnatural. But it pretends to be good for us. Like, oh, it's like a power pellet. Oh, I'll give you this if you give me your energy. It's never natural, so it's probably not good for your highest good. And so you can ask that energy to leave your body, and then the slower that you go with these movements, the more that dead ego energy can leave you. It's almost like the sunshine. You just put all this light in that area to kind of burn away that plasticky, sorry about the noise, unnatural energy. And it takes work. It's like taking out weeds. And you might be like, oh, it's so annoying. I just wish it wasn't there. Well, it's like gardening. If you wish the weeds aren't there and you want the beautiful plants to grow, you got to get down on your knees and get your hands dirty. And that's what Tai Chi, Qigong is like. You're doing the work. You're cleaning the garden of your energy, of your body. And all it takes is time. And you have the time. Because if you don't make the time, then you're going to end up possibly in the hospital or taking way more time than if you would just do 5, 10, 20 minutes, an hour a day of this Tai Chi, which helps your body be the self-healing mechanism that it is through just self-awareness and ancient techniques of movement. Now we're going to make these circles a little bit bigger. We're going to bring our hands all the way up over the head, turn the palms out, and just let them float down like feathers. And again, smile on those little plastic spider energies that are trying to hold your webbings in certain areas that serve them, but not you. It's mysterious. I don't know why they exist. But the more you connect with your natural vibration, the more you're protected and you have control. Like a suit of armor around you, your fascia. I want to think of another analogy. Analogy sounds like allergy. It's like putting a belt around your webbing. It's like not being naked with your webbing. That's exactly what that plasticky, spidery energy, parasitic energy is. It's like an extra thing on your webbing, and it's not allowing your webbing to be naked and flowing and receiving and giving. It's constricting your flow. It's directing it in a way that takes away your freedom. Wanting to possess you in a way. It might even feel like chains and shackles. I'm going to move my raspberries. And so Qigong is freeing yourself from those unnatural chains, bonds, others trying to steal your light. Why? Why do they need your light? They need matter. But it hurts you. It constricts you. When do these things get stuck on you? How do they get stuck on you? That's a really good question. I don't think they're just freestanding. I think they're connected to other people's energy that are trying to suck off of you. So maybe you could send it back to them if you know who gave it to you. And when we're in a receptive state, that's when we're more likely to pick them up, which is why some teachers say to remain closed. Keep your energy closed. Don't open it up. Goodness gracious. feel like there's an analogy here that's actually, I'm washing something and it's like really too heavy. It got like logged with water. So I think that's a good analogy. Like whatever the foreign substance is on you is causing you to be too heavy. So if you feel a heaviness in your life, like depression, similar to depression, but it doesn't feel chemical and it doesn't feel psychological, it just feels like mysterious. That could be the heaviness of like a Klingon. Let's just call it a Klingon. It makes me think of those things when I was a kid. Like we would get them in gumball machines and they were like octopus looking and you can throw them and they would stick on things. I feel like that's what gets on our beautiful webbing. And it just makes functioning heavier and not as easy. All right, we're going to come up halfway in reverse directions. We're absorbing this spirit. We're collecting spirit from habit. That's the name of this movement. All the movements, the shoulders in this form. It's like collecting a big mama, your ancestor, that says scares away all those unnatural vibrations. Uses her broom and says, shoot! Or uses her shoe and says, get out of here! And protects you, and you feel loved. That's what this energy is. We're going to hold our hands above our head. Yin hand first, right? Left on top of that. Knees are bent. And just feel that energy pouring into you. Goodness gracious. Deal with that later. Feel the flow into your head, down to your toes, into your belly. And I wouldn't be surprised, a lot of people are saying being out in the sun it's like antibacterial for your skin. I bet it takes all kinds of crappy energy off your body, not just the bacteria. All right, we're going to bring our arms down, ready to start the next part of the form, like absorbing the energy from the earth. Bending both knees, lift that left heel up, rotate that left knee towards the right. All right. And then the other foot rotating towards the left. And the other way. Feet together, knees together, thighs together, little tiny rotations to the left. The other direction. Please give this video a like if you don't mind. Bring up more people to it with the algorithms. Feet shoulder width apart, and then like a tree in the wind, you're going to just gently rock back and forth, putting all the weight on one and then the other. Thank you for the like. Notice your breath. And come to stillness. Another way to think about that Klingon is it does not have the electrical magnetic resonance and charge that you have. So the more you bring that charge into your body through the Qigong and Tai Chi, it'll just drop off of you because it has no magnetization to you. It almost had to like remove the magnetization of you in order to stick to you, because your magnetization repels all that is not good for you. And your magnetization is your natural vibration. Yeah. You can draw what is good for you. You just have to get out of your own way. You have to get out of your ego. Your ego wants what your body has needs. And it's not always what your ego wants. Sometimes it gets its needs met that way. So as you stand connecting to the earth and feeling the earth's energy being absorbed through your feet all the way up through every cell of your body, like a color getting into the water of you. See if you can just be aware of a painful area and bringing your magnetic resonance, your natural vibration to that area, whatever that means to you, a frequency of you. And you know, one of the reasons why magnets work and can flip the other way to repel the stuff that doesn't belong to you is because of a frequency. So another way to say your natural vibration is your natural frequency. So there's movement in each cell of your body, and it has sound and light. And it's more complicated than magnetic, but there is a negative positive charge to everything. And so you actually want to be, ironically, negatively charged. That is supposedly your natural vibration, is it's a negative charge. The electrons, having more electrons. Or maybe, I don't know anything actually. Just trying to find words and make sense of the energy that I feel. We might be more neutral, and then we're just made of negative and positive charges. But the reason why I say I think we're supposed to be more negative is because free radicals and like bad things in our body, scientifically, they say has a positive charge. And so if we're batteries, like our heart obviously has electricity. And how do we work? I don't know. It's a mystery. But we have energy. And we all know the difference between natural energy and stimulated energy from external stimulants. So there could be something to be said for, okay, this unnatural energy has a positive charge. And so it's causing you to like stick inside instead of stick outside. And so these positive charges might not only be eradicated by your positive electrons, like the game of Othello, like it just flips them. But it could be that these positive charges inside you stop you from attracting the positive charges that are outside of you that are good energy. And it could attract, the negative charges outside of you that are bad energy. Whatever that means. I really, don't know what I'm talking about. Just talking. just meditating, just making sense of the cleansing that I'm experiencing right now. You know, I remember someone said the reason why water cleans your hands is because it has a magnetic charge. But when you microwave that water, oof, I don't know what happens to it. Feel that energy under your feet. And then Jack Cruz says, we are one of the main differences between us and I guess cats. I don't know. I don't know what animals. Maybe all animals. Is that our hands and feet, what they do that's different is they sweat. And this water supposedly is all part of the mysterious way that we create energy, the water in our body. So if we don't have enough good water, then we can't create energy. And so the sweat on our hands and our feet allow these hands and these feet to do their job, whatever that is. Bringing in ether, the force, your spirit, containing it like a soup. And so one of the best things you can do is thank your body for all these little mysterious functions that it has. Like, thank you for sweating. A lot of us hate our bodies for doing weird natural things instead of thanking them. You know, it's embarrassing to fart, but thank you for that because you just got something out of me that I probably shouldn't have eaten. Right? We got to thank our body for having these incredible mechanisms to get energy out. I think sometimes when you fart around someone you might like, it's because the universe is like, don't like them. Get it out. Ruins it for you, but it was you. That was a weird thing to say. Feel the flow. See if you can feel the flow into you and around you. Relax into those vibrations, into that magnetization that you are. And when you feel that magnetization, when you feel the chi, you might feel this pulse, like you're pulsing. And if you feel the pulse, crawl into that pulse and see if you can feel it in every single cell of your body and see if it can throw off the Klingons that are desperately trying to do something to you. I don't know what. Make you believe something that's not true, maybe. Who knows? Maybe every time you hear a lie, a Klingon comes onto you. Sucks your energy until you hear a truth to balance it out. Like healing the evil eye with kindness. All right, let's move on because I do have somewhere to be. I need to stop at around 11. All right, hands up to your center, 2 fists in front of each other and holding this energy in front of you. You're going to bend the knees a little bit and rotate your hips to the left. In the other direction. Just be patient with yourself. Open up, bend over, reach your left arm all the way to the ear and let it drop like a feather. Back and forth. If you can't bend over to a table flat, that's okay. You don't even have to bend over if it hurts in any way. Anything we're doing, if it hurts, that causes resistance, right? So if you think about Qigong as electricity, you want to flow where it's flowing. That is the goal. And that will help your whole electrical system. If you have pain, that'll create more resistance. You don't want to make it this harder than it is. Make it easier however you can to do this exercise. Enjoy it. Maybe sing. Oh, you can add stretches in the middle because it might just naturally start that natural mechanism of chi flow in you to be like, oh yeah, that's what feels good. You know, our body knows what feels good. We just suppress it and forget. And also do see if you can relax your face. When you relax your face, there's a little smile. Good job, y'all. And now we're going to reach across the body. This is like the opposite of rushing. Okay, so now we get the 5 minutes of freestyle, which means do whatever you feel. Be the pulsing machine that you are. Could maybe go outside for a minute, feel the energy of the nature, help to charge you up. I feel like these LED blocking glasses that I'm wearing, which I think is a really good idea whenever you look at a device, is similar to fascia. I think fascia protects us from bad vibes. So you want to be wearing your fascia, which means you want to be repairing it every day. And you might even, to motivate you, you might even think doing Qigong and Tai Chi in the morning or meditating, getting into that theta wave vibration, your natural vibration, is like putting on your LED blockers. It takes a little longer than just placing them on your head, but it gives you the protection you need for the whole day around all the crazy energy that's out there. And so think about how valuable it is. And it's freaking free. You know, you don't got to pay $20 or $200 for the glasses. I mean, you can pay me to give you classes, rhymes with glasses. I'm here for that. You can also, you might need some training. But once you have the training, you have the knowledge, you can use the wisdom to apply that knowledge every single day, just like you have the wisdom to choose to wear LED blockers to apply that knowledge or not. Maybe there's something better out there. You have the ability to do Qigong, Tai Chi, anywhere, any time. I get made fun of all the time, but you know what? I get made fun of for these glasses too. It's the same thing. It's protecting me. And if someone wants to make fun of me, maybe they're intrigued by it and they don't understand the energy enough. It makes them giggle. It makes them smile because they're feeling that protection too. And they actually love it. Oh my goodness, just 2 more minutes. It's going so fast. One more minute. You gonna say hi to everyone, Tiger Lily? Key Cat? The unnamed one? We have 7 minutes left of class. Let me know if you have any questions, anything you want to share. Do you have a favorite part of class that you really enjoyed? Is there anything else you want to work on? Do you have any requests for next Tuesday at 9:30 a.m., which might be 9:45 again? Anything you want to do in the last 5 minutes? You want to do a mudra? You want to do another stretch? Let me know how you feel. Do you feel different from an hour ago. You might feel sleepy. Sometimes it makes you sleepy when you start detoxing. You might feel super energized. You might feel just like inspired. You might feel like you have energy to do things. Hi, Corey. You might feel I don't know. Tell me how you feel. Are you requesting to do like a yoga stretch right now, Corey? There are some Tai Chi stretches that are more yoga-like than I know you've done before. I feel more love too. That's what's so like unscientific. Like, yeah, that's why I don't know anything. I don't know what love is. I don't know what, I just know that I feel things, right? But I can't prove anything. Okay. So, let me know if this is kind of what you're feeling. So, the meridian exercises I do are definitely more yoga-like and also kind of more like CrossFit in a way. There are some Tai Chi things. So, I'm going to start with, I'll start with the long meridian stretch. So, you link your thumbs behind you. It's so funny, Corey, because it says, my computer says no one is watching. So I was like, is she here? So yeah, YouTube is lying. Link your thumbs together behind your back. Open up your legs and take a deep breath into the center of your body. Relax the shoulders. Breathe out through every cell of your body. Feel the mushiness. Now you're going to lean forward as much as you can. And you're going to breathe 3 times the same way. Now you're going to slowly stand up. You're going to reach the arms up and one leg out and then pull it in with a sound. That's a whole other topic, how emotional release heals the fascia. And that's what this podcast was saying too. Because it releases all this charged energy that could be blocking the flow. You do that 10 times. I don't know if I did it 10 times. Let's do it one more. And then we do it again and see if we notice a difference. Link the thumbs together and bend over. So generally, when we're clearing the lung meridian, which is so good to do this time of year, by the way, we're also clearing that grief energy that can be stuck in it. And that's what grief kind of sounds like. It's not just crying. It's like, So sometimes in class, and I think I have this on my channel if you're interested, we just do emotional release sounds and stuff. It feels so good. Okay, so that was the grief one. Let's do the stomach and spleen, which is like the worry one. So there's not really a sound, but just breathe and express however you want. You're going to grab one foot. Let's see, the left foot. The right comes towards the knee, the right elbow, and then you stretch out, breathing out through every cell of your body. Do this 5 times. You could hold something if you need. And the other side. And then the spleen energy, that was actually mainly just the stomach. You just kind of bend and straighten. Like you're lifting up a rock. And the more CrossFit stretch is another kind of squat. Put your hands behind your head and you squat and then you lift elbow to knee. This might make you sweat. We're going to try to do 33. This is 12. More than halfway there. $26. So one of the things that I wanted to share is that if anyone out there has a team that they're working in with or is working for a corporation, when you do any kind of exercise, but especially Qigong and Tai Chi with the people that you're working with, you kind of develop this mental telepathy, which is kind of what I was talking about with the fascia, with the webbing, with the belief system, the interconnectivity. And it just helps everything flow better. And when you attack projects and go into the world as a team, it creates so much more success when you do stuff like that. Whew, I am geared up now, but I probably should get going. Maybe we'll end with a couple of mudras, and then next Tuesday, if you're here, we will start earlier on the yoga stuff if you enjoy that a lot, Corey. But yeah. Arugula. Love you guys. Have the best day ever. And if anyone wanted to donate, all the links are below. You can also press super chat at any time, I think, even after the fact. Or come to Golden Drops on Saturday. Leave me a tip. Woo! And I guess since I didn't do my commercial break, I'll do it now. I see ya, I see ya, I see ya, I see ya. I see ya, I see ya, I see ya. I recommend ya. There's a link to my store. ASEA is an amazing, similar to chi in the bottle. For me, it helps to keep my sugar cravings down when I do a shot in the day and at night. It kind of just tastes like salty water. It's like human battery fluid, maybe. And then this helps with pain relief so much. And it helped me when I had a dog bite. It like barely bled. So yeah. Mwah! Love these products. Highly recommend them. They're linked below. Let me know if you have any questions. And I'll see you next Tuesday or Saturday at Golden Drops, y'all. I give thanks to you. I hope you enjoy your Thanksgiving Day. If you celebrate it, if you do charity work, if you hang out with your family, just remember you can always tap into these videos if you need some emotional support and to charge your energy up. Yeah, there's a reason why a lot of us fall asleep around our family. But try to remember how lovable and awesome you are every second of every day. And I think that'll make the world a better place.